With a beautiful Hoosier sunset as a backdrop, it is time for the final pro rounds here at the U.S. Nationals. Pro stock is already on the pad. Larry Morgan versus Bob Glidden. We heard Larry Morgan mention being beaten at his home track. That was Columbus, Ohio, the Spring Nationals. Don Garlitz, he is still smarting from that.
Yes, he is. And, you know, the word in the pits is that Glidden owns Indianapolis. And so you can bet that Morgan would surely like to put him away here and get revenge for that loss at Columbus.
And I don't think the crowd's feelings play a part in this, because you'll find as many people from Larry Morgan's home state of Ohio as you will Bob Glidden's home state right here in Indiana. They travel here en masse.
Well, the announcer just polled the crowd just a few moments ago, and they were even for both cars.
Just before Glidden fired the Ford Pro, Paul talked with him.
Bob,
hey,
could be history here. What do you think?
I'll tell you, Paul, every time we go down the racetrack, it seems like it's history, but this is a very important race for us. You know, you people talk about the 75th win. That's not the most important thing for us. This is a very important challenge for us in the Winston points chase, and it would be very beneficial for us to win this round.
Well, there are a couple of thousand fans sitting out there, and all of them cheering for you. Best of luck. Number 75 may be coming.
Thanks, Paul.
But if anyone ever had a real good shot of beating Bob Glidden in the finals, maybe even taking the favorites role, it's got to be Larry Morgan, Don.
Well, there's only 1/100th of a second separating these two cars, a 739 to a 740. That could easily be made on the starting line. And remember, Morgan has been brilliant today.
Absolutely. And with the sun setting, there is no difference in these lanes, especially not for pro stocks. They've got maybe 1,200 horsepower. The Nitro car is 4,000. They're easier to control on maybe a bit of an off racetrack. Everyone is on their feet. It is Glidden with a slight advantage. Morgan starts to assert himself. The Glidden boys cheer on their father, but not enough. Larry Morgan has won the U.S. Nationals. Incredible.
It was one close race, but it wasn't to be. Still, you looked like you enjoyed it.
Yes, anytime you get to the finals of the Nationals, it's got to be enjoyable. And Larry Morgan has had a great weekend. He's a good driver. He's a good competitor, and we wish him well.
And number 75 is just around the corner.
And it's still around the corner, but there's lots of races left.
All right, Etta Glidden.
One terrific lady. Don Garlitz, let's analyze this again in replay.
Well, Bob Glidden takes a definite starting line advantage over the brilliant starting techniques that Morgan had been using all day long. Very surprising. But the Oldsmobile engine in Morgan's car begins to show the true power in the middle of the race course and drives around the Ford. And Bob Glidden, even though he ran 187 miles an hour, could not make up the difference.
Larry Morgan has picked the granddaddy of them all as his first national event victory. What a drive.
I'll tell you, I told you before I was going to wear Glidden out here because he made me look bad at home. And I'll tell you, it's the only way I could get back at him was here.
7:36 to close it out.
Woo, that's good. I'll tell you what, all the guys at the shop, Jimmy Oliver, Dale Ike, Andy Magnuson, Gary Pearman, especially my crew chief, Tom Roberts, Dick Adelsberger, my wife, Pinella, Castro, Oldsmobile, I couldn't be any happier for them. Without them, I wouldn't be here, and I am so happy to be here.
And we are very happy for you. Even though Glidden's the hometown boy, you should have heard the crowd roar.
I'm happy. I am really happy.
Oh, boy, what a victory. What a sweet one. He's worked so hard for it.
Going to be a lot of celebrating for Larry Morgan, the crew and his fans at Indianapolis.